Hey guys, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we're going to go over the skills for Succession Woosa and give you a rundown of what she can do. Woosa is a magic damage dealer that is more of a mid-range attacker. Her first skill, Fan Training, is honestly nothing special, just your standard basic attack. Stave Strike is your E skill that does okay damage, low cooldown, but more importantly gives you a knockdown CC. That's pretty quick in PvP on the first hit, so a good combo tool. Pummel is a forward guard skill that recovers some mana and has some good damage considering how low of a cooldown it is on. Flutter Kick is forward guard on the first attack and floating CC on the second. As with most of Woosa's skills, you can choose to cancel the skill early if you just want a protected attack. Wing Beat, possibly my favorite skill so far, is a low cooldown, high damaging skill that needs to be used after practically any skill. It will do 2 large fan attacks and a large AoE radius in front of you and is forward guard through the entire animation. It is also your 100% BSR, still making it super armor in the BSR, and also relatively quick AoE damage if you choose to use the 100% while grinding. Fan Kick and Chain Fan Kick are your first self-buff skills. Fan Kick is going to give you a 20 AP buff for 10 seconds. The skill itself does good damage but is unprotected. You can use Q or basically any other skill to lower the amount of frames you're unprotected after using Fan Kick if you want. Kaleidoscope Swirl is one of your bigger AoE skills. You have 100% crit and a lot of hits, as well as being in super armor through the entire animation. You also regain mana per hit, just a really good skill overall. Thunderstroke. Now this is the first one of your 3 core skills linked with your Succession passive Quiet Waters. Now using SC after any skill is also going to allow you to cancel Thunderstrike's windup and deal that damage directly, but more importantly, using Thunderstroke will summon a rain cloud at the spot of your attack that's going to persist for 15 seconds. If you then use one of your Sagunja skills or Stormfall, you will activate the cloud's attack, dealing high amounts of damage and a debuff. The Sagunja skills will debuff your targets with a magic DP minus 15 and also cause a stiffness CC on hit. Stormfall will debuff your target with a movement speed reduction effect as well as do a stun CC. Now additionally, if you create a cloud using Thunderstroke and you get CC'd, the cloud will unleash an attack on its location, so it also serves as a defensive measure if you decide to play around the cloud. Thunderstroke is one way, like I said, to summon this cloud. Cloud Carve is our next skill and also another way to summon a rain cloud. It can be used after Fan Kick and will also cause a 20 DP debuff on your target as well as being forward guard through the entire animation. The third core skill is Cloud Flower. You need to quick slot this to use it, but it is a ranged attack that will summon a cloud, though it is unprotected and causes a stiffness CC on hits. The first of our cloud activation skills is Sagunja Plum. This skill is forward guard throughout the entire animation and deals 100% crit rate damage as well as healing you for 100 HP per hit. Sagunja Bamboo is a smaller sort of linear AoE skill that also serves as a self-buff skill, giving you 20% crit for 10 seconds upon use. It also has a flow for additional damage, but that flow is unprotected. Sagunja Crescent is a self-buff skill that will give you and your allies 30% movement speed increase as well as debuffing your targets for 30% movement speed reduction. It is also a forward guard throughout the animation, pretty good skill. Sagunja Orchid is another forward guard skill that does high damage and can be cancelled from Bamboo's flow if you want. Now Stormfall is a massive AoE skill with lots of hit, 100% crit and super armor in the entire animation. It is also your 200% BSR skill. Butterfly Dream is your E buff, giving you 25 AP, 30% crit rate, 20 DP, 100 mana recovery every 4 seconds, and a max HP increase of 1000 HP for 30 seconds. Now the max HP may seem a little weird, but it is linked to your other signature skill called Rain's Thirst. Now this skill is your own personal PA or protected area every 20 seconds. You are in super armor throughout the duration of the 4-second PA. If you take damage while in the PA animation, you will absorb all that incoming damage as energy. You will then be able to store that energy for 15 seconds. At any time after that PA skill ends, you can use any one of your skills outside of the basic attack to unleash the damage you stored on your target. The damage from the stored energy will bypass enemy defenses, and the limit of the energy you can store is tied directly to your max HP. So right now I have 5000 HP. If I use the skill and I'm getting attacked, I will be able to harness 5000 worth of energy and then unleash it on my target, doing 5,000 raw HP damage. So this e-buff allows you to have whatever HP you have plus 1,000 more HP on top of that. So any other classes that buff your HP above that to allies, aka Shy, would also be really good. It's a really interesting skill, but I think outside of PvE and group PvP, in duels, I don't think it's going to be as effective once people figure out what you can do. But of course, having a PA every 20 seconds is still fairly strong. Now moving on, we have Fan Wall, our Q block. Forward guard only. It's going to give you 15 DP buff for 10 seconds. It's also going to refresh as long as you hold that Q block. Your Q block will also regenerate mana on blocks. You also have Boomerang, which is your block attack, dealing low damage under forward guard. Flitting Step 2 is your main long distance movement skill. It will have you skywalk in the camera direction, being in super armor, and then iframe whenever you disappear in the animation. You will land in a small SA animation that you can also cancel if you want. Tigerfly is a flow movement skill that allows you to move behind your target after using a movement skill. It does low damage, but it is super armor and can be cancelled. It is sort of like a mini block jump without a CC. Yangban Step and Flitting Step are your normal dashes. Your dash is basically split up into 3 separate dashes with their own cooldowns. They are all iframe except Yanban, which is lingering iframe, while Flitting Step and Chain Flitting Step are iframe into lingering SA. For a passive, Woosa focuses on max HP and all AP. In succession, she has HP recovery and DP passives. Your 2 trait passives are max stamina plus 300, which is really good, and the ability for your rain to cleanse any burning damage debuff or heat stroke debuff on yourself and allies. So that's the rundown of Woosa and her skills. We're still missing her 2 awakening crossover skills, her Magnus skill, her Rebomb skills, and also keep in mind everything we saw here today, everything I've told you, will change when we get the class on live servers this week, so expect some changes as we always have them with class releases. I'll let you know what exactly has changed when the class releases, but for now, I'm going to do some more testing, more videos on her grind potential, combos, add-ons, all of those on the channel, so stay tuned and let me know what you think about the class in the comments. Sorry I had to record on a field and not with the training dummies. There were just way too many people. It was basically impossible to test anything there, but I hope I was able to convey the feel of the class. I like her very much. She is really cool and feels pretty good. And that's it for me. As always, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.